How's it going, everyone? Brandon here for PeterGlenn.com, and today I'll be giving you a comprehensive guide for picking the right running shoe based on your needs and your style. If you're a beginner and looking to take running more seriously, that's awesome. And picking out the right pair of shoes is the most important decision to get you started on the right path. Now, I know it can be a little overwhelming or confusing, so hopefully this can clear some things up for you. We've got some great options from On, Hoka, Brooks, and more, so let's dive into it. So the first thing to look at when getting new running shoes is understanding your foot type and running style. In other words, how your feet absorb impact and how much support you need. If your feet point inward when you run and you're landing on the inner edges of your foot, you're experiencing overpronation. You're going to want a shoe that gives you a lot of stability and motion control. For this, Brooks are going to be your best bet, with their guide rails technology on the heel cup that keeps your foot locked in and prevents excess movement. So when your foot comes down, the guide rail corrects any overpronation and keeps them in a neutral position while still giving you plenty of cushion. I have right here the Adrenaline GTS, which is one of Brooks' most popular shoes, and it definitely gets the job done. If your feet point outward when you run, like me, you're experiencing supination. For that, you'll need a shoe with extra cushion to counteract the excess pressure you put on the outer edges of your feet. Now, while you need some cushion to correct your stride, you actually don't want too much. Your foot absorbs more shock if you have lots of cushioning in the sole. On and Hoka are top choice brands for proper cushioning with a wider base that gives you a larger landing area. So these right here are the Hoka Gaviotas and the On Cloud Runners, and they are a pretty good middle ground for cushion and support, and they're also a great option for long distance running too, if that's your goal. And if your feet don't overpronate or supinate and they just point straight, then you are very lucky. Most running shoes should be a good fit for you, but there's still a few other things to check out first. Something to make sure of is when your foot is coming down, you want to be landing on the front balls of your feet and not your heel. This is called heel striking, and it causes extra stress to be put on your ankle and knee joints. The Gaviota and other Hokas come with what's called the Meta Rocker, which is a curvature under the forefoot that gives you smooth heel to toe transition and over time corrects the way that your foot lands. Another thing to be aware of is what surface you'll be running on. If you're in a city or town and running on pavement, then you'll need road running shoes. These are basically just your standard running shoes with enough cushion and shock absorption to protect against hard surfaces for long distances. But if you're running on grass or trails, then you'll need trail running shoes. The outsoles for these have deep tread and lugs that give you important traction and grip on uneven surfaces, while also having strong ankle support. I wouldn't recommend using a road shoe for the trail or vice versa, since it can cause wear and tear to the outsoles or potential injury. For trails, I would strongly recommend this Salomon Speedcross with Gore-Tex, since they're super durable and comfortable and tend to fit most foot sizes without cramping. All of the shoes I've covered are excellent options for beginner runners finding their footing. They're all orthopedic too, so they're super helpful if you have pre-existing foot conditions like plantar fasciitis. You'll want to get a shoe that matches your arch type too, so make sure to check if it has an underfoot rocker like the Hokas or more of a flat base. That's just about everything you need to know before getting your perfect pair of running shoes. If you're buying them in store, check the return policy to see if you can try them out a few times to break them in before committing. And if you're buying online, just make sure to do extra research to be safe. And be sure to get your pair at any of our Peter Glenn locations or online at PeterGlenn.com. Thanks for watching.